Hey, I'm back. I'm really sorry. So I was live about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, and I cut it. So what's happened is the kids were playing out, and one of the kids riding their bike hit the curb and they fell and they kind of hit the ground quite hard, like on their side. So there was a bit of commotion. Luckily, they're okay. Bit of a bruise and a scrape, but they are okay. But when you have like six kids, it was all a commotion and oh my god, this and that. Oh, he's broken. Nothing's broken. It's just a graze. Obviously, the kid's a bit shaken up, but yeah, there was a bit of commotion going on out there. So luckily, they're all okay now. But yeah, one of them fell off his bike, from what I can tell. Um, right, okay, cool. Yes, so sorry about that. So anyone who was watching the live, I kind of kicked everyone out by closing it down. Really sorry about that. But that's just because I had to shoot off. But I hope some of you come back, and we'll carry on talking about what my plans are for the next couple of days. And a potential announcement about Elementor Facebook group as well. I think my son is inviting all the kids into our house, and I might have to go out and say no. By the way, don't forget to hit like if you're watching. No, Zant. Yeah, you are the first Zanti. Actually, I was live 20 minutes ago, and then I had to stop it about 10 minutes ago because it's one of the kids fell off his bike. So there was a bit of commotion going on and all of that. Hey, Andrew. So I was live 20 minutes ago, and then I cut it. And I feel like that's going to now, I think loads of people won't rejoin again today or ever again, which is always a pain when that happens. But yeah, how you doing, Andrew? What's the weather like for you, Andrew? Baking down here, really, really hot. Hey, Zanti. And Zanti, based on your email earlier about regenerating CSS, it is a pain. What really annoys me is how every time, sometimes I do some changes, and then I log out, and then I look at my live website later, and none of the changes are there, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Regenerate CSS, purge the site, log into my SiteGround server, purge the server, and it's like, it's a headache, isn't it, when you have to do that? It's a headache when you have to do that. Just checking some comments that have come in here. What? I've just given someone a video to help them out with something, and they've gone, that would be great. Do they mean thanks, that is great? But I'm not sure now what they mean. Just checking some of the comments that have come in here. Hey, David. Hey, Learn IT. Yeah, basically, one of the kids riding on his bike hit the curb. You know when they hit the curb and the bike flipped and they kind of hit the ground? There's about 7, 8 kids, and then there was a bit of a commotion going on. He's got a scrape and a graze, but he is okay. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Great to have you back here again. Great to have you back, my friend. But yeah, so I was live 25 minutes ago, cut it off because of kids' commotion outside, but the kids were all right. I've got quite a lot of stuff I've got to get on today. I've got to sort out clients' Stripe connection, and then we're closed on their website. I am planning to do a pretty big video recording on Saturday. It'll probably take me about 4 hours to record it and then edit it down. Yes, we decking. By the way, when Andrew says we decking, he means we, as in that's a Scottish phrase, right? The we decking, like the, we, the. He doesn't mean weeing on the decking, right? It's not decking to wee on. I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Been all right. Doing all right. Been a bit lazy this week. Not done much exercise or bike riding, which I hate. So, as long as the videos aren't too big, Zanti, as long as the videos are lazy loading, because even if you put YouTube videos on and you embed them, it can slow down your page significantly. So don't put too many pages on. Make sure if you do add any videos, they're lazy loaded. Yeah, just make sure they're lazy loaded, to be honest. You know, and don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Depends though. What are the videos for, though, Zanti? What are the videos for? Have you tried using WP Social Ninja? WP Social Ninja, it's free and pro, but the free version allows you to link into your YouTube channel. So if you create a playlist on your YouTube channel, right, which is, say, let's say it was Minecraft videos. If you create a playlist called Minecraft website as a playlist, and you add your videos to that playlist on YouTube, on WP Social Ninja, you can bring through all of those videos, and it's much more efficient than individual videos. When you say background, do you mean background videos? As long as the videos aren't too big. That's the thing, though. Hey, Darren. Yeah, so one of the kids playing outside, Darren, one of the kids hit the curb. You know, his bike went like that. He hit the ground. There was a bit of commotion, but he's all right. He's okay. He's all right. There's no blood. There's no blood. There's no gore, you know. There's no aliens bursting out the chest. So I'm going to say, Zanti, it depends on the size of the video in the file size. You know, it does depend a lot on that. Yeah, do you know what, Learn? Should tell you the trick, what you want to do, Learn IT, when you get that. A lot of people just do massages. What you want to do is find the point on your muscles, you know, behind your neck and wherever, or on your neck, where it feels the most tense. And then what you do is you get your thumb and you push on the bit where it's the most tense, because by pushing, right, you release the tension. Your muscles, when they ache, it's basically your muscles gone tight. You know when your muscles ache anywhere on your body, it's where your muscles do this. They go like that. They tighten up. So when you press with your thumb, you kind of release it back out again. It's good for your back, good, you know, good for your shoulders, your arm, your neck. Just find the point where it's the most pressure and just, you know, press on it. Ah, Zanti, right. You don't have access. That's always a problem when you haven't got access to the raw files. That is a pretty big problem. Websquadron.co.uk. Don't forget. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, that's a problem. Hey, Eddie. Basically, Eddie, what happened is there's about 8, I think, kids out there. One of them on the bike hit, you know, when they're riding and they kind of were too close to the curb. So they kind of like, you know, hit the curb and went on their side and hurt themselves a bit. So it's okay. They're fine. But it was like, you know, when you have like 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds out there and 9-year-olds and one kid hits, basically everyone's like, oh my God. You know, so it was a little bit crazy. And I spent more time telling everyone here, I'm really sorry, I've got to go. I'm really, really sorry, I've got to go. Before I actually went out. And then I cut the live chat, cut the stream, check everything was all right. So I probably spent a minute here before I actually even went out. That's how cool I am. So, on Saturday, I'm planning to record a pretty hefty video. It's going to be about bricks. It's going to be about building a website with bricks, three-page website with blogs basically, templates, all of that, post archive, all of that, with WooCommerce shop, all of that as well. And hopefully I will touch on, like, you know, query loops, CSS classes, you know, all of that. So I'll be playing around with a lot of that. I'm a bit worried the video might become too long and I might split it up into like 3 or 4 videos. I use so Google. So to be honest, Andrew, my advice to you would be using SEMrush. And did you see the video I did on SEMrush? Hey, Daniel. Yeah, welcome back. Let's continue talking. So, Andrew, did you see the video I did on SEMrush? Did you ever see that one? Let me get it for you again. Right. So, let me just give you... You need to watch this video, guys. You really do. The amount of stuff you can get for free is unbelievable. So Daniel, what I was saying to you, right, and I want to go back to Daniel who asked a question about this, right? Over there. So what you want to do, Daniel, is you're going to have a column. You will then use you go to style for the column and you use once you give it a border radius, you then have, hey Mia, you then go to box shadow. And then you do vertical, transparency, vertical to get your box shadow. Inside the column, you'll have your image. You will then also, you know, your bottom bit, your text, your buttons side by side and all of that. For any of you that have just joined back again, one of the kids hit the curb, bike hit the ground, and they were a little bit hurt. But everyone is okay now. Yep, go for it, Andrew. That's the video you want to watch. Don't worry, Learn IT. I've played around with bricks and I'm going to play around a lot more with it. Yeah, exactly, Eddie. So, Eddie, you're a great experiment because you're not me. So, you've watched the video. You've said you're still getting all these emails. Isn't it good? What do you think about all the free information you're getting on a weekly basis? Sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. What's your thoughts? What are you thinking? I would say, Daniel, that not everyone is going to think it's clickable. Because someone might look at it and think it's just a stylized box. Not every... I would go and try and click it. I would. However, a lot of people won't do that. A lot of people won't click. And I would say that it's a good idea to sometimes make it obvious. Especially when you think about who's going to go to this website. Who's going to go there? So is it just youngsters? Is it people who have grown up with computers? Is it going to be people who are older where they're still a little bit unsure about, well, where do I go and what do I do? So think about, yeah, like you've just said, old people might not understand. So I would say still put a button. Still put something for them to click. Word, button, icon, something. Yes, so Dan, what you got to remember though, yeah, is if the shadow is on the button, the problem is stuck to each other. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry, it's my cat at the moment. I could hear someone walking. Sorry, just watching my cat. In fact, what David says is probably a better solution. Hover effect would probably be better as well. You know, or you could even do something that the minute they hover is when the button appears. So this is what you might want to think about, right? You might want to think about this. Let me just show you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I did it. Here you go. In the last couple of years, you could do this, which is hover reveal. This is great. You've got to watch this video, Dan. Hover reveal. For a column, that is brilliant. So the minute you hover over it, the button appears. So the button's not there until you, or it says see more, or it says something else, or the entire column has a background overlay. So there's a bit of a darker background. That could work for you really, really well. Don't forget to click like. Yeah, Zoom. It's in development soon. We don't rush things out soon. We don't rush things out. And we got clients and stuff. Like we got a client we want to sort out and close off today. So, yeah. Take care, Andrew. Let me just check the columns. Box plus plus. Exactly, Learn IT. Sometimes you got to be really, you got to dumb it down. You're right. Buttons where it is clearly a button for the audience makes absolute sense. Well, Daniel, if you think about it, okay, because you'll do the rounded thing on the column when you add the image in, I think you got to round off the image as well. But you're only going to know when you try it. So I don't want to say to you, yeah, you only do it on the column or the image. From memory, I think you got to do both. So try it out. What, fishing for clients soon? When you say fish, though, do you mean fishing for clients? Yeah, very true as well. You know, on hover, people don't. But then again, though, if it is a hover effect on the entire column, so as soon as their finger is near it, the column effect will appear. Right? So I am going to do like a bit of a full-blown bricks video. 2 reasons. 1, it puts me on the spot to make it work. Number 2, it's a teaching guide. Number 3, it's just another way of building something, right? But 99% of my other videos are Elementor. So please don't think that I'm not using Elementor. Oh, God, I can hear the kids crying now. Hold on. Can you give me a minute? I can hear one of the kids crying. I've just got to check. Give me a minute. No, they were just arguing. Kids were arguing. There was a bit of a commotion. Again, another commotion. This time now they're arguing and crying. God, kids, just play with each other. What Mia says is absolutely true. You know, you got to think about purpose. You got to think about what are you trying to achieve? What do you want the user to do? So don't make it inconspicuous. Don't make it like a secret button or anything. Make it really clear and blatant. Because if the intention is that they click it, go here, because you want them to convert, to buy a ticket, to fill in a contact form, to buy something, you want to make it really blatant, right? And the more blatant you make it, the better. A question from Learn IT, and I can see George has answered it. How to turn the Woo website into a catalogue? Well, you isn't there a setting to remove the Buy Now button? I'm pretty sure there's a setting or a snippet or something to remove the buy now button. So you could do remove woo buy, no, add to cart. I'm sure there's a setting. I remember looking at it for someone. I'm sure I looked at it for someone and then we didn't do it. Here you go. Try this. How to remove the add to cart button. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is something, the Inquire. There's a plugin or something where there is a plugin where you have Inquire now. So you know the button, it does not add to cart. It only has Inquire now. So when you click it, it then takes them to like a form appears, a contact form or something. Yeah, I think there was some. I can't remember. There's something else, George. There's something else. There was a hold on. I'm pretty sure I did it on someone's website. Where did we do it? 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 Let me get the link for you because I know we did it. And the reason I'm saying I know we did it is because I know we did it. Or I think we did it anyway. I'm probably talking out my arse. Right, let's just see if we can find it. Let me get your plugin. I'm sure we did it. Hey, Jimmy. To be honest, Jimmy, every video, the live chats are unscripted, the videos are unscripted, the podcasts are unscripted as well. I find scripts hold me back. I find scripts stop you. You're talking and then all of a sudden something clicks in your head. The script stops you, can stop you, it can stop you thinking, right? It can stop you thinking or going off on a tangent when you need to. Why? Okay, so Zoom, if you think about it, right, yeah. To be honest, though, Zoom, right, yeah. If you think about it, Zoom, right. This guy wants $45,000 a year. That sounds about right. That sounds a decent salary. Number two, if you only work on a commission basis, then if you think about it, let's say, remember, okay, Zoom, think about this situation, right? He finds 10 people. They then contact you and it doesn't convert into a sale. Because then after speaking to you, they decide, oh, you know what? No, we don't want to work with you. You know, we don't want to have a website. So I've got to just check something here. We don't want to have a website built by you. No, we're not interested. That person found you 10 possible leads. They didn't convert. No one makes money. And it might have taken them 1 month to get those 10. Therefore, working on the commission basis only doesn't work for everyone because then they're giving up their free time for you. Which is why sometimes you got to pay, you know. It's a bit like when I say to someone contacts me and says, can we improve the performance of their website? And I will say, you got to pay me first before I even log in and look at your website to work on it. Because I might not get them to 100%. I might only get them to 90%. And whether we get there or not is a little bit irrelevant because they are paying for my time. So I would say, Zoom, if you think about it, you know, if they find you 100 leads and none of them convert, they get nothing. And what if you get 100 leads, right? And you say, yeah, well, I'll do the work for $50. What is the commission they'll get then from the $50? By the way, Zoom, what would you give them? So the question I have for you is, let's say, okay, let's just say you were now going to give them commission. What would you give them? What would you give them as commission? What would you give them? And if you say 10%, 10% of what, though? It's easy to say, I'll give him 50%. 50% of what? So think about that as an answer, and that might help you to think differently. But yeah, back to Jimmy. I would say, yeah, do it more naturally. Because you know what happens if you read, Jimmy? This is what happens when you read, yeah? Remember this book, Jimmy? Right? Watch, Jimmy. Web creator state of mind. Elementor. Web creator state of mind. Whereas if I know I want to talk about that, I'm going to go, you got to have an amazing state of mind if you want to be a web creator. And Elementor lets me do that. I can go off on a tangent. I can make it up. I can do what I want. The minute you start reading, you can become monotone. Like when I read some of your questions here, like Zanti, Zoomweb, in my experience, it doesn't work well, only commission. Many salespeople have a basic standard salary plus. Do you get what I mean? You can start to sound monotone. Yeah, okay, Dan, I'll have a look at that in a moment. So Docates is right. You know, these days, you know, anyone who works purely on just commission, they are probably going to be someone who's desperate. Who is desperate for some money. They are so desperate, they'll give you a month of their time and they just hope they get something out of it. So yeah, I would say talk more naturally, Jimmy, all right? Because you know what, Jimmy, it's like you're right. You know when you're talking to someone, or even when I'm talking, have you noticed how even when I do my videos, I'll describe something and I'll go, it's like da 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 da, and I go off a bit, but that's because an analogy or a thought has come in my head and I want to share it. Right, just looking at what Dan has sent. So let's just share what Dan has sent. So Dan is saying, move the button. Okay, first thing, Dan, you've got to have more spacing. Like, this is way too narrow. You've got to have at least 30 pixels between the top and bottom, I would say. Because these are big images, right? Big images. If these were smaller images, I would say 30 pixels, row and column, right? Move the button. I would say don't move the button to the top, and the reason being is it might get hidden. So, like, can you see here? Can you see that number 4? You could miss that because it's very close to the sky color. Same with that button there. You could miss it. And I would say, you know, here with your button, I would increase the spacing from the button. You got to make at least 40 pixels. You got to have a bit of spacing here. And here as well. And here's the other thing I would recommend though as well, Dan. Your columns, your cards have a border radius. You have got a border radius. You've got a problem here with your section. You've got a grey colour here. You've got something not right with your... Is that a box shadow, I think you've got going on there? There's a grey here. Can you see here? Look, it's a sharp grey. But look, your cards have a border radius, right? Oh, right, got you. They're not together, right. So your cards are a border radius of 25. Your buttons, I think your buttons have got a tiny bit. Make your buttons match the column. Because if your card is rounded, you got to make your button rounded, in my opinion. Because otherwise it feels a little bit... It doesn't feel right. And by rounding it, here, you know here, the sharp edge you've got here, it just feels like too sharp. You got rounded and you got a sharp button. If you got rounded card, I would have the button rounded as well. Because at the moment, it just feels a bit too... It just feels like it's too sharp with a rounded... But that's just how I think. That's how I think. Yeah, so buttons without a border. I would add a border radius to the button. you know, I would add a border radius and increase the space between the title and the button. Yeah, so I don't know if that helps, Daniel. All right, I hope that helps. Please don't forget to hit like if you are watching the video. Don't forget about our mastery modules. I'm really sorry for kicking off everyone ages ago because I had to sort kids outside. Yeah, I mean, David makes a good point there as well because I was looking at it and wondering as well. I think David makes a good point. You know, you could bring the images in, border radius, all of that. It's difficult to comment on because this is just an example. So when you've built it, it'd be good to see that page. So pad the image, yeah. Basically what they're talking about is at the minute your images are up against the border of your column. So bring your, like, look, you know your text here, they're inwards, right? You know, they're not right up against the border, whereas your images are. So if you brought them in, you could make it a fully rounded borders for your image. So you could try that. Sorry, someone's car alarm's going off. Hold on. No, it's okay. It wasn't my car. It was someone else's car. There was an alarm going off. I mean, any business that anyone sets up, you are going to have to invest some investment. All right? Whether it's accounting, an accountant, bookkeeping, Elementor software, hosting, whatever. I mean, that's website, but any business out there, you got to invest. Hey, Muha, you got to tell Zanti, I don't know what's going on. I think this is the first time I've had to get up and down, up and down. How many times today? Like 4 times I think I've had to get up. Yes, Daniel, but it won't be a white border per se because it will just be inwards, you know, away from the edges of your column, right? The easiest way to do it is go to your column and add some padding of about, I don't know, 15 pixels. 15, 20 pixels. Go with 20 pixels, right? Go into your column and add 20 pixels. Do that. If there is any padding on the word, the header and the button, remove that because the column padding will bring everything in. And then that will mean your title and your button, the start of them, will be in line with the image. Yeah, take care, Eddie. Hey, Pixstar. Oh, God, I can hear them crying again. I can hear the kids crying again. It's like every 5 minutes they're falling out with one another. I don't know if it's the heat or just... Oh no, Eddie, why couldn't you follow? Were you busy? By the way, Eddie, do let me know. Was there anything wrong with today's live chat? Was it a topic? What was it? Please do let me know, Eddie, all right? Do let me know what was wrong. So Muha, you've been struggling with reset password. You need to go back to your host. I mean, when you say your reset password, what are we talking about, Muha? Elementor, WordPress, your hosting? I think we need a bit more info. What are you referring to? Not really, Zoom. I mean, a lot of web designers have their own business. And when you think about it, I know web designers might join like a web agency that gets them the work, but that's more of they find the work and they dish it out. But a lot of web designers also have their own business. I hope the noise out there from my son right now isn't filtering through onto here, because I'd hate for that to happen. So do let me know if you can hear him.
It's not.
I could hear you crying again.
Just that Serena was not letting me play snooker. Serena's kicking me off. We had a snooker table.
Kids say. Well, in a way, yeah. In a way, if you look at it like that, Learn IT, yeah, I am self-employed. I'm not I run a web design agency, but I'm not employed by anyone else, if that makes sense. But the term employed, self-employed, at the end of the day, it's a bit like just running your own business. No, it's all right, David. You've just seen him come in and out. It's like... Sometimes, right, trying to sort out kids' issues becomes a bit of a pain, because you know what? They argue, they play. They argue, they play. They argue, they play. In one day, they fall out, they play together 20 times, It's the same drama all over the time, all the time. Muha, it's going to be difficult to sort you out because we don't exactly know the problem exactly. And there could be loads of variables affecting you. In some ways, what I would also say, is that sometimes, as long as you're getting paid to design a website, as long as you're getting paid and making an income, that is still a business. It might be different to like a full-scale business where you're trying to grow at scale and do lots of other stuff. Either way, you got to keep on top of your tax records, what you earn, what your spendings are, ingoings, outgoings, all of that. So as long as you keep on top of that, because some freelancers, you could say they are businesses. Then again, maybe they're not. But as long as you're getting paid for what you need to do, then that's the main thing. That's the main thing. So Saturday, I'll be doing a pretty big video recording on bricks. I hope I get it right. I will edit it out if I don't. And I hope to get that one out on Monday. I'm hoping to get it out on Monday, depending on if I'm able to put my time in properly to get it done. That's the thing that might kill me off a little bit. Just got to make sure I get it done correctly. Yeah, taxes, bookkeeping. I look after the bookkeeping side on our... We have an accountant, but I do the bookkeeping. I always hate... I don't think there's ever a time I like doing it, even when I know there's profit and I can see what the dividends are or how much profit we've made. That's always nice, but I'm one of those people that hates filling things in. I really, really do. Gets on my nerves. Especially when you do it and all of a sudden there's like 50 pence and you're out and you go, what? Where's that come from? And you're having to go back through all your records to realise you did an incorrect entry somewhere. The thing is, though, Zoom, your taxes will depend on your country. And your accounting, well, that just comes down to what money is coming in, what is going out. That's all it is. That's all it is. Um, Learn IT. I don't always believe that. I don't know. I tell you why I don't always believe it. Learn IT. You know when people say, "Oh, I got a drop shipping website and I sold it for 500,000 or 1,000,000." Why is it then? Why is it that those same people are then saying to you, if you want to know how I did it, for $100, I'll share my secrets? Well, if you've just made 500,000, why do you need $100 from me? Wouldn't you just give it away for free? Because by giving it away for free, you're going to become actually more popular. Because more people are going to rave about you. More people are going to sing your praises. More people are going to say, yeah, I got this from him. Or whatever. You'll become more well known. You'll end up on media. You'll end up in newspapers, talk shows. So a lot of them, right, when they say that's what they made, I kind of go, so why are you selling it? The reason we don't outsource the bookkeeping is because we don't need to. We don't need to. I hate doing it. But we don't need to. Because when you think about it, the displeasure I get out of it is worth it rather than rather than paying someone else to do it. And it means that I am on top of it. I know what's in our account. I know what's in the bookkeeping. And I know things are balancing off. You know? So, yeah, it just means that I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it and I know what's going in. And I'm not waiting on someone. You know, what if like you outsource to someone and that person also manages 20 other businesses? And I need to know right now, what is the profit after tax and blah, blah, blah. What can we take out as a dividend next week, next month, whatever. And then the bookkeeper says, I need one more week because I've got other stuff lined up, or I'm on holiday, or whatever. I need to know now. So that's the reason why. Not really, Soom. No. Let me tell you why, Soom. Let me tell you why. In none of our mastery modules do we say, or have we ever advertised, if you do this, you're gonna get 20 clients a week. You're gonna make £50 million a month. We have not said that. We've not even claimed to be making rolling loads of money. We've never said that. We have to work hard for everything we do. Get clients, do work, just generate business, do things, right? The modules are basically there because people are continuously contacting us. We were doing loads of one-to-ones. We're always doing meetings and stuff. And it was like, let's just put it out there. If you want it, you pay for it and get it. A bit like if someone wants to learn how to do PHP. What do? You can either watch YouTube and learn for free, or you can go and buy a book about PHP, JavaScript. You could do a course. So all we're doing is selling our knowledge. However, the difference is we've never said, oh, we've made £1 million. We are a world famous web design agency. You want to know how we did it? Join in with our mastery module. So that's the difference. That's the difference. Yeah. Everyone else out there that you see on YouTube, they're claiming to be like, oh, I made £2 million last year. If you want to know how, you got to spend $20. And you kind of go, but you made £2 million. Very good point, Doherty's, yeah. But no, I do like to... No, it's true, though. I think I'm a bit of a control freak over the finances. What goes in, what goes out, what's due, what's not due. Are all of our invoices paid off? You know, your monthly subscriptions, Publer, accountancy fees. You know, you make sure everything is paid off. No, but soon, what I will say, yeah, is you will get 10 clients a week, or 1 client a week, or no clients a week, and that is determined by how you apply what we tell you and what you do about it and how much time you invest in it and the people that see it. Because you could do the best marketing spin ever. You could do the best promotion advert, the works. But if the 10 people who were your target audience don't like it, you got to rethink your strategy. And there is no bulletproof method that works for everyone. I mean, there's people right now on Facebook, adverts and YouTube saying, we're going to help, if you're a dentist, we're going to help you get more clients. What? Really? Really? Surely it should be a case of if people want to get a dentist, they'll come to you. What are you going to what are you going to advertise to them? So I think that, like what Zanti says, you've got to work to put it in. And you could have 2 people who do exactly the same thing. But the audience for this one were more reactive, more gullible, more open to ideas. Whereas the audience here are like, no, you got to prove to us before we pay. Yeah, Mark, do you know which one I mean? There's a female, she always appears. She holds up like a document. It's like a spiral document. It looks like 10 laminated pages that they've printed out and laminated. And they're like, this document will help you get leads for your dentist practice, therapists. She's got like a short bob cut hair. And she walks around going, are you struggling to get clients for your private business, whatever? And it's like, it looks like 10 pages laminated with a spiral fix. Print job. You will get this. And have you seen the cover for it? It's flipping. It looks like they just, I don't mean to be bad here, but it looks like a really bad Microsoft paintbrush job. Boom, 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 boom. But do you know what I mean, Mark? And you kind of look at them and go, but if you're in an area where there's not a huge amount of competition and people want a dentist, they will come to you. And then you look at them and go, but what if everyone has a dentist? Let's say in this street right now, everyone's got a dentist. I don't care what you do. I don't care what marketing idea you do. They're probably still going to go to the dentist they've always gone to until that dentist drops dead or closes shop. So how can you sell a document going, you're going to get 100 people a week? They're the adverts I hate because they are promising you something that deep down, I don't think you're going to get. Yeah, definitely Zoom. Not leaving a note works. They're more likely to go, all right, you're not being forceful. More connections. But what you got to do, though, and I don't think you're doing this enough, Zoom. Have you seen how often I post on LinkedIn, Zoom? Twitter. Facebook. Instagram. Have you seen how many of my posts have you seen on LinkedIn in the last week? How many have you seen? So become more active, right? Take care, Zanti. There is someone who used to come on our live chats really early on called Bomana. I think he's only 14 years old, from India. His LinkedIn strategy is so wrong. It is so wrong, it makes me weep. And I've already told him stop doing it, but he doesn't listen. He keeps putting out LinkedIn posts about hero banners, and all of his hero banners look like they've been built in like Canva. They are the worst hero banners I have seen. Really, Zoom? Don't they pop up? That's weird. I must do about 12 a day at the moment. 12 a day. So Bomana, who used to come on our live chat. If you're watching Bomana, you got to jump on, all right? We need to talk because your LinkedIn strategy and your posting is so wrong. You will have noticed that you get nearly, on the odd occasion, you get 1 like. On the odd occasion. Most of all of your LinkedIn posts, there's 0 likes. No one even engages. Your strategy is just wrong. You got to think a bit out the box with what you're doing, all right? Okay, look, everyone, yeah. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I am going to cut the live now because there was a client. I was meant to do something for them this morning with their Stripe connection for their cabin booking website. There was a problem with the password they had, and they've obviously changed it. We've now got their password, so I just need to do a connection. But Zoom, 5 times a week here is not enough. Zoom, 5 times a week. There's 7 days a week. That's not even one post a day. Zoom, you got to do 4 posts a day. You got to do 4 posts a day. You can regurgitate what you did before. You just reword it differently. Add a different spin on it. Right? You got to think. You got to do more. Right. So REM. REM. Okay. Is just it's more responsive in terms of the root HTML. It's very difficult to explain. When you have websites that are using like default browser fonts sometimes, the REM is better to use than using a pixel. So let's say you're looking at your website on a really big screen size, right? And the root HTML for the browser or whatever is 50 pixel. When you put a 1 REM will be equal to 50 pixel. The standard at the moment is 1 REM equals 16 pixel. It's just a better way of grading up and down your fonts. I cannot explain that any better than that. And what I've just said is probably garbage. But REM is what you need to be using, all right? Everybody hurts, all right? REM. Right, everyone, look, I'm going to cut the live now. I need to crack on with some things. I will be back tomorrow. And hopefully I'll tell you a bit more about my strategy with the bricks video I'm planning to record in the next 2 days. Take care, everyone. Sorry, I got to go. I need to crack on with some stuff. And the kids have gone quiet. I need to check they're all still alive. See you all soon. Bye.